If you guys don't know, this is Numi, big VTuber, I think 100,000 subscribers, something like that. Yeah, 144,000 subscribers. And pretty much what's been going on is there's been a bunch of people, I'm sure you've seen it if you've been on YouTube looking at VTuber content, where it's very, very, very heavily sexualized in like ways that's terrible. And also it's just clickbait, which is fine. Clickbait is fine. But the way they're using it as clickbait is terrible. And all these channels are just AI generated garbage. Like with AI generated subtitles, AI generated captions, AI generated descriptions, AI generated channel headers. It's like, it's just AI bullshit. And pretty much Numi goes in to talk about it.
Hey, sorry for the serious video here, but I need to talk about some things that have been brought to my attention regarding some of the videos that I've been seeing pop up on YouTube nowadays. The clipping community, I think, is one of the most important parts of the streaming ecosystem, as many people don't have the time to watch their whole stream and like.
See, that is so true. But I'm the type of person that does, like, if I have a funny moment in stream, I like write down the timestamp so I can go back and then turn it into a clip later.
I see general
I don't have
clippers. Their
clippers.
favorite streamers when they have the time. There are different things that cause a streamer to get more attention, and in my case, getting clips from a few clippers back in the day really helped people find out about me. Yeah, I had my own stuff and my own personality that really helped boost me, but back then, I didn't push on YouTube. And those clippers ended up bringing a lot of really great viewers to my streams that I know are still around in my community today. The fans, while they aren't the streamer, are still a really huge part in the image that's being shown to everybody. They say that the community reflects the streamer, and I would definitely say that's true. My mod team, my friends, and everyone I interact with, and just how I act in general, is a really big part in shaping my community. It directly influences them and the way that they act and the way that they deal with other people. But it also goes the same way for the viewers. Oftentimes you learn about a streamer from a friend, a tweet, a TikTok, or in this case, a clip. They're really good clippers that help you learn.
Oh, that's so true. Because, like, especially with the environment that VTubers operate in nowadays, with how you have to be discovered in social media, it's all through shorts, it's all through TikToks, or it's through word of mouth. So, like, the fact that clippers are doing this stuff is crazy because it's putting such a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths about VTubers, and it's creating such a distaste for them, and it's just ruining the environment that VTubers are currently in.
About their streamer, and then they're the ones that are pretty disrespectful. I've never had a huge problem with clips because I've been fortunate enough to have really kind fans and respectful ones that run these accounts and listen to my boundaries and would delete clips or rename things if it was ever getting to a point that would make me feel uncomfortable in any way. But recently, there have been a numerous amount of these channels popping up that have been so incredibly gross to see that it's been putting off not only me, but my community and communities adjacent. These people are doing this by mass producing these extremely misleading clickbaity videos that oftentimes have nothing to do with the actual content being shown. Actually, I would like to say that pretty much every single video that we have seen has been extremely misleading or clickbaity and having nothing to do with the title or the thumbnail at hand. Let me show you what I mean. Here's just an example of one of the accounts that
look at this stuff. Also, the fucking name of this channel is crazy. Like, why is that the name of the channel that they chose as the AI? But, like, what are these names? What are these title names, right? Like, they're actually just crazy. These clickbaits are terrible.
I've been seeing lately. This is one of the channels that I was always making fun of because the titles were so stupid and misleading and just completely untrue. Then we saw this one. And then we saw this one.
Like, they're all the same stuff. Like, she's gonna go into it in a minute, but they're all the exact same garbage. It's crazy.
This account was brought to my mod's attention via a ticket in our Discord server, and as you can see, the content is very obviously uploaded with the intent to mislead viewers. I understand that a lot of people have a deep interest in a streamer's personal life for some reason, even though me, myself, I'm...
Also, that's just not okay, by the way. If you... Like, I understand wanting to know more about something you like, But if someone sets boundaries for something, you have to respect those boundaries. Like I understand you want to know personal things sometimes, but there's things that people just don't feel comfortable sharing, especially to like people like this who have larger audiences. There's going to be things that they have to set boundaries for, and you just have to kind of respect that.
Pretty open about a lot, and despite that, people still want to know more about the sexual stuff or my actual personal relationship, I guess. And because of that, passerbys would go by, see clips like this, and look at these titles and be like, what the hell, and click on them. Because they're clickbaity titles, right? You can agree with that. Just judging by this, you can already tell it's not like any normal clip you would see of a fan that actually likes me and my content. I need a boyfriend. I want to fuck. I like hard sex. Drunk Numi on reason why she will be single forever. Drunk Numi is in need of a man. Drunk Numi's confession about hard sex. Numi is
I've seen some of these types of clips just pop up in my normal YouTube feed as I'm scrolling YouTube because... Stop! Ducky, stop. Quiet, please. She's a cut kudasai. She's a cut kudasai desu yo. She's a cut kudasai. Shizuka kudasai. Okay, Ducky, give me 1 sec, guys. I'm sorry. He's squeaming. I put him back in air jail, aka he's on my lap.
so hard. And then you go ahead and you click on one of these videos. You lean into this. Tar, I'm really right now. I had 2 buzzballs. White Claw, bro. Immediately, you can tell the subtitles are inaccurate in talking about balls, like a man's genitalia, and not the fact that I'm just drinking a buzzball and alcoholic beverage during one of my streams. I feel him.
Like, they didn't say anything.
My life, bro. I said, bro. But the subtitles say, I feel him. Numi is really in need of a man, and it's from a collab with me, Neuro, and Evil.
So adorable when you're angry.
Oh my god.
Please yell some more.
I don't want to yell.
You know what?
What?
Like, these have nothing to do with the titles as well. That's the main issue.
I'm quaking and
also
shaking
just
right
the
now at
content
your
the
anger,
titles and
maybe
stuff
you do have a
contain
bit
is
of a fight in you.
absolutely just abysmal.
So honestly, just by looking at this video for a couple seconds, you know that this does not at all match the title of the video, nor does it match the thumbnail. It's clickbait. Numi is not single anymore.
Like, look at those. Look at those thumbnails.
Obviously is not true.
They're
Numi
terrible.
Goes viral. Her sex on Mountain Truth will shock you.
And also just the
I don't
amount of
recall ever having
clickbaitiness
sex
in
on a
them.
mountain or
Like-
sex at all.
Like, I understand my titles can be somewhat clickbaity, but look at this garbage. Look at these garbage that these AI content creators are producing. Like, it's terrible. And the thing is, they're doing it against these people's permission. That's the main issue. The people have told them, hey, no, don't do this. And they continue to do this garbage. And they just keep making channels to keep promoting it.
But go off, I guess. You'll notice immediately on these videos that the comments are usually very negative. They're complaining about the fact that these videos do not match the title or the thumbnail. The content doesn't match because it's obviously misleading and it's pissing people off. Posting clickbait is how you get your kneecaps destroyed. These are the comments under the video called Numi is trying to fuck Buff so hard. And of course, that's not at all what I'm talking about in the video. And then you look at the comments, and which part of these whole 4-minute clips does Numi try to fuck Buff Pup? This is such a clickbait. This is so clickbait. How are your subtitles so inaccurate? Maybe learn some English. Maybe she's using speech recognition.
I'm glad that the comments are like saying this stuff, but the best thing to do, honestly, is just ignore the video, put do not recommend, because by commenting, you're giving them engagement, which will then continue to promote that video to more people.
Recognition software to generate the caption. It's AI generated crap. So this brings something else to the table here. All of these videos have the same kind of format, a very, very misleading title, a very, very misleading thumbnail, with the top having the same exact layout of text, something extremely erotic, NSFW, just something that you wouldn't or shouldn't be looking at on YouTube. I like hard sex. I want to screw. I want sex. I love balls. you guys are free to clip that if you want, whatever the fuck. Because at least this is something that I'm actually saying. Something that me and my mods and my team have found out is that, yes, a common theme on videos like this, from this channel, this channel, this channel, this channel, and this channel. We realized when we looked at the more button, there's the about page.
Yeah, this is the crazy part. As you can go through, like, all of them have the exact same or very, very similar about pages. Some of them even have similar emails. Every single one
of these channels, even the one with no videos, they all share a similar AI generated.
Look at this. It's all the same garbage.
And their page. It's all very similar, and then made us realize, oh, this is likely all ran by the same exact person. And the same exact person is using AI-generated stuff to create this content. I mean, look at the profile picture and the banner. This is AI-generated. And then you look and then you see it's the same exact way that they're doing everything, because they're probably aware of the fact that these new accounts that they're making are likely going to get demonetized or taken off. So they just make a new one. They're making a bunch to capitalize off of this as much as they can. And I know that it's bad enough that they're going after me, but they're also going after my friends like Lucy, like Lily, with completely misleading titles and completely misleading videos that have nothing to do with what's actually being talked about. Content aside, these kind of titles shouldn't even be on YouTube in the first place. How are these allowed? And then you go over...
No, that's actually so true. Because if a lot of ASMR streamers have been getting banned recently too, and it's wild. Because this stuff is allowed, but ASMR streamers aren't. And some of the ads they promote on YouTube are just absolute heinous garbage, scams, or like weird websites and all sorts of just terrible stuff that they're promoting to you. They're not just like allowing it on their website, they're actually allowing people to promote it on their website.
And then you look and you sit here wondering to yourself, how is this kind of stuff allowed? Surely YouTube is going to be taking down this kind of content, right? But then you go over and look at one of my friends' accounts and notice that their ASMR account has been taken down.
Like, it's crazy.
They deny her appeal when all she's doing is ASMR. Just looking down at the comments, you're going to see how upset people are by the clickbait titles. They're going to complain and dislike it, but then you're also going to see a few people assume that I'm the one posting them, or that it's an actual fan.
That's another thing Bao mentioned, not Numi, but in Bao's video talking about the subject. She talks about how it doesn't just like put a bad name in people's mouth. It puts a bad name of the VTuber into the algorithm. So if you put enough of this stuff into the algorithm, anything related to that VTuber is going to become censored. Pretty much the algorithm's going to be like, hey, these things together are very similar, and these things we censored, we should probably be censoring these things too. So it ends up hurting the VTubers as well. It's not just hurting them in like their name sense, but it's hurting them in their actual YouTube like channel and career sense as well. Like, it's just completely destroying VTubers.
Posting them. It's not only giving off the impression that I'm misleading viewers, but this content in general is just overtly sexual and just untrue. One could argue that because I make offhand dirty comments on my stream, it would make sense for these videos to come up, which I know is a common theme with some of my videos regarding the games I play or the jokes that I make about my favorite anime characters and my lackluster love life.
And also that argument is just so stupid. You can't make up shit about me that are in a similar-ish like range of vulgarity. Just because if I make a vulgar joke doesn't mean you can start making vulgar jokes about me, if that makes sense. If I make like a very generic vulgar joke about myself, that doesn't mean I am inviting everyone to start making vulgar jokes about me. Like, it's actually so stupid.
But I digress. There's a difference between that and misleading viewers in such a harmful way with content that would lead viewers to believing something that isn't real. Even if people feel a certain way about me, when these videos become more popular, these accounts realize that they can profit off of these kinds of videos and just do the same exact thing, but with other streamers and other YouTubers and other VTubers.
And that's the thing. It's the more that they can see that it's allowed to happen, and the more they're able to profit off it, the more they're going to spread. The more they're going to start taking over smaller streamers and making content about them. And sure, maybe it'll help promote them a tiny bit, but it destroys them in the long run because it tells the algorithm and it tells people that these are like the worst of the worst degenerate people, and they're talking about the stuff that they never said and they never did. And it's just terrible. It's literally just slander, allegedly.
And this stuff is just going to get worse and worse. and unfortunately be put on the algorithm and deter viewers from looking at actual content of me or other streamers and build up this perception that this is how we are, when that's never really the case at all.
Exactly. And for people that like put VTubers in like an area of I don't know, it just convinces them that they're these terrible, terrible things that shouldn't exist. And it just brings more hate to VTubers in the end.
It's also really interesting to know how these titles even slide in the first place. People can argue this and that or whatever on YouTube, but on my streams on Twitch, they're set to 18 and up because I'm aware of how bad my potty mouth is or how dirty my jokes can be. I'm so fortunate with my community that most of them can look at these videos and know that this isn't true because they actually watch my videos. But then there are going to be these people that want to get to know me or want to get to know some other streamer that's getting put on the spot like this and get the wrong impression of them. And it kind of sucks. It really sucks. I have an audience that's well aware of me and my personality so that it won't affect me as severely as it could affect other channels that likely depend on clips to be known out there. They don't have as much reach. And it sucks. It sucks that that's a thing. And it sucks that these channels are coming up. And I really just wanted to make this video to just showcase how silly these videos are and these channels are. These stupid AI-generated channels made by these people who can lie about being a fan to hide their true intent of wanting to profit and monetize off of these poor viewers who have no idea about their streamer that they're watching. And like I said, I'm really lucky because I know that I have my own content. I have a bunch of channels that even if they don't get as many views or this or that, I know that it's reaching my audience and they're getting to know me and know that, yeah, I'm silly. I make dirty jokes sometimes. I'm goofy. I'm a girl failure, but I'm also somebody who does other things.
Me for real.
You know, that's the case with so many other people that are streaming. And people could say like, oh, you deserve this, you deserve that. But you would hate if people would make up all of this fake shit about you.
No, exactly. If you wouldn't do it to, if you wouldn't want someone to, no, exactly. If you wouldn't want someone to do it to you, don't do it about someone else. Like, that's kindergarten-based knowledge. Like, it's not, it's something you learn from like the day you're born almost. It's pretty simple.
Too. It's not a matter of this or that. It's a matter of what's real and what isn't. If you're gonna do a clickbaity gooner title, shouldn't it actually be a real fucking gooner thing? Jesus Christ.
Exactly. Make it around something that actually exists at least. At the bare minimum, you have to make it something that actually happened. Otherwise, you're literally just making up stuff. You're fabricating stories about someone, which is not great to do.
What? If you're gonna do something like that, do it like my Azure Lane video with the big feed in the background. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I just hope that making a video like this will help bring to light how fucked up these channels can be. And if you do see these channels, to try your best to report them and get rid of them. I'm hoping that by making a video like this, we can all kind of band together, every kind of community of somebody that's been affected by this, that we can all come together and we can mass report these accounts. You can bring up a menu and you can report the image.
And that's another thing. It's not only affecting VTubers, it will spread. Other people will start to get affected about. And that's the thing. It's not only just affecting VTubers, it's going to spread and it's going to start affecting other types of channels with other types of content. And people are going to start spreading this misinformation about who these people are and what their content is. And it's terrible. And the best thing to do is just to report it and get it off the platform.
Image or the title. You can report it for sexual content or spam or misleading content. And then hopefully, if enough of us band together with this, we can try our best to take down these accounts and hopefully help make the VTubing clipping sphere just a little bit more bearable. Now, I'm really sorry that I had to make something like this, but I think complaining about it on streams isn't gonna do any good because
no, it's good that someone was able to talk about this before it's gotten too out of hand. Like, it's still at a point where it feels like it could be managed, but it's so close to getting to the point where it's too much. And it's terrible that this is happening. This isn't something that should happen on YouTube or anywhere.
Things are gonna get clipped anyway, and I guess the best way to go about it is to just talk to you like this and say, hey, that stuff is not me. Those videos are very misleading and they're preying on you and your view to benefit them. And if you guys want actual good clippers or actual good content, there are incredible viewers of my community and my friends' communities who post just really good clips of me and my friends or a bunch of other streamers that you know and love. They're out there, they're good, they're great.
And again, yeah, this is not saying that there's anything wrong with clipping people's videos and clipping VTubers. The issue is with these AI generated clippers who are just making up actual garbage. Like they're making things up that just never happened and saying things about these people that have never happened or they have never said. And that's the problem. It's not that people are clipping, it's that the way they're doing it is just completely wrong.
They are not AI. And they're doing so with the intent of helping the clipping ecosystem, helping you guys find the streamer that you like or the Oshi that you like without making you go, what? There's no way this is real, when most of the time it isn't. Thank you guys. Thanks for listening if you made it to the end of this. And let's do our best to make a beautiful community this 2025.